Hey guys, it's Cece, and today I'm here to talk about my March reading plans. My theme for reading in March is just that I will exclusively be trying to read books I was sent for review. That does not mean ARCs, it means books I was sent for review, because I'm feeling very behind on those. I get sent a lot of books from publishers, I get sent a lot of ARCs and hard copies that I requested, and it feels like I'm very behind. So March is dedicated to trying to get through as many of those as possible. But March is also a good month because it's my birthday, so... See, I'm filming this on March 1st, and it is sunny and beautiful outside, and I am so happy that February is over, because I am ready for it to be warm, and I am ready for it to be my birthday. Those are two things I'm counting in the good column of life. So, March 21st, here I come. I'm gonna get there. Is the 21st the first day of spring this year? Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. Regardless, I always look at my birthday as, we've finally arrived in spring. Everything's okay again. I am also going to be tentatively participating in the Buzzword Readathon near the end of March. It is being hosted by Kayla of Books and Lala and Chelsea of Chelsea Darling Reads, two of my faves, and none of the books I'm gonna be talking about have any of the buzzwords for that readathon in them, which was maybe an error on my part, but whatever. I tentatively am going to be participating in that, though, and it is going from March 18th through the 24th, so that'll take place over my birthday as well. But if I do decide I'm participating, I will have a TBR up exclusively for that readathon a few days before the readathon begins. So, with that all out of the way, let's talk about the rest of the books that I'm planning to read in March. First up, I want to talk about my patron-chosen book of the month, and that is Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. Every single month, patrons over on my Patreon get to vote on a book that I'm going to be reading the following month, and in March, they chose Undead Girl Gang. I want to say thank you so much to my patrons who helped me out unbelievably so that I have more chances to film and I have the opportunity to get updated equipment. I thank all of them so much. In particular, I want to shout out my librarian patrons, Babette, Corey, Christine, Rebecca, Jenna, and Rocks at aspiring_rocks on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you very much to my librarian patrons. Y'all mean the world to me. Undead Girl Gang is a book that, like, I was sent this ARC. This is an ARC copy that I was sent before the book was published, and I never got to it. And then everyone read it, and everyone loved it, and I still didn't get the chance to read it. So, it's finally time. This book is about teenage Wiccan Mila Flores. She's one of those people who really doesn't care what you think, and she's always grateful to have her best friend by her side, and then something happens and her best friend dies in a car accident along with a couple of popular girls. Everyone's explanation is that it was a suicide pact, which Mila refuses to believe, so she does the unthinkable and she brings all of them back to life to get to the bottom of their deaths. Everyone loved this book, so I am counting on all of you. I'm very excited to read this. It's finally time. Next up, I want to talk about a book that has not been released yet, and that is Starworld by Audrey Coulthurst and Paula Garner. So this book is coming out in 2019, and it is probably the first book I'm going to be reading in March, because I'm involved in a special project involving Starworld that I'm still not going to tell you guys about. Audrey teased on Instagram at some point in February that we were working on a project together. It is to do with Starworld, but that is the only additional hint that you now get. This is about two girls, Sam and Zoe, and they are both going through things in their life that they wish they could escape from, and then the two happen to meet, and they form this intense friendship that is all kind of resting on text messages where the two of them have created a fantasy world together. I know that Sam in this book is queer and that she maybe starts to develop some feelings for Zoe, but I have confirmation from the author that this is not a female-female romance. It is exploring female friendship, and it does feature one of the girls being queer, but it is not a romance. So, I'm very excited to read this. I'm very excited to work on a little bit of a promotional project with Audrey, and of course Paula as well, and I will update you guys soon, because it's gonna be underway pretty soon. I have 3 arcs I want to talk about really fast, and then 3, like, hard copies that I'm going to talk about after that. So, these are the 3 arcs. We have Real Queer America, LGBT Stories from Red States by Samantha Allen. This is one of my most anticipated releases of the year. It's a nonfiction book. It is a collection of stories from Red States about queer people. It's all in the title. It is by Samantha, who is a trans woman who grew up super Mormon, and then transitioned later in life and married a woman later in life, and we connected on Twitter, and she made sure that this book got to me, which, like, I almost cried the day this book came in the mail, because I'm so invested in the story and the message of this, and, like, I love Samantha, so I cannot wait to read this book. Another one of my most anticipated releases of the year, Miranda in Milan by Kathryn Duckett. This is coming out in the middle of March 26th, so the end of March. And this is a reimagining of the consequences of Shakespeare's The Tempest. Follows Miranda and also has a female-female romance. It's gonna be great. Tor is keeping me alive, honestly, with the books they are publishing this year. Every single one of them. I'm so excited about all of the Tor published books this year. And The Weight of the Stars by K. Ancrum is the last arc I'm going to talk about. This is about angry lesbians and space and mutual healing and love, and is another book that everyone who has an early copy of just keeps telling me I need to read it because it's perfect for me, and I believe all of you. It sounds perfect for me, and I'm very excited. Oh, and I think one of them is Butch. I feel like the main character is Butch. I feel so blessed to have this. And then I have my 3 hard copies that I'm going to talk about, books that have already been released, and they're right here in my hands. The Speaker by Traci Chee. This is the sequel to The Reader, which is, this is part of a YA fantasy series about a world where reading doesn't exist, and then a girl discovers an object which she finds out is a book that has the stories of everyone in the world inside. I absolutely loved The Reader, so it's time to continue the series. I also have The Girls in the Picture by Melanie Benjamin. This is historical fiction about women in the golden age of Hollywood. It actually starts in 1914 and then takes place across decades of time, which is my favorite kind of story. I'm very excited to get to this. And the last book that I'm going to talk about is The Weight of Our Sky by Hanna Alkaf. This is a YA book set in 1969 in Malaysia, and it is about a teen girl with OCD doing everything she can to get back to her mother during the Malaysian race riots. Been very, very excited for this one and was so thrilled when Simon & Schuster sent it my way, so that is that book, and that is all of the books that I was going to talk about for this TBR. That went faster than I thought it would. Alright, what do all of you think about my March TBR? Do you think I can do it? Probably not. It's a lot of books, considering I also possibly want to dedicate a week to a readathon where I can't read any of these books. What do you think of my choices? Let me know down in the comments below, and let me know what you are going to be reading in the month of March. Also, I didn't even talk about the fact that Daisy Jones and the Six is coming out on March 5th, and I pre-ordered a copy. When am I gonna fit that in? Probably not until April. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!